Hi there, everyone. My name is Chris Luck. I'm the founder of Alphapreneur.com, which is the private community for entrepreneurs that will help you get the results that you truly want in your life. And I've been going live on YouTube for about, 20 days in a row-ish now. And I've always done a countdown timer, and this is the first time I did not do a countdown timer. So I hope this is working. If you can hear me and you can see me, let me know. The reason I'm not doing a countdown timer this time is because I noticed that the recordings of the live streams, there was always a countdown timer. People would have to watch if you want to go back and watch the recording if you weren't able to make it live. So one of the live streams, I actually trimmed out the countdown timer, and when I did, the live chat got disabled. And I think the live chat is kind of what makes for a great live stream. So I just want to make sure that we are all good to go. It looks like Kat says, hear you loud and clear. By the way, happy Friday, everybody. Pammy says, hi, Magnus. Spin says, hi, team. Kat says, hi, Alphas. Cool. Looks like we are all good to go and sound is fine. So we are just going to dive right into it. Like I mentioned, my name is Chris Luck, and I'm the founder of Alphapreneur. This is Alphapreneur. If you've never heard of it, maybe you just kind of stumbled on this video on YouTube, you can go here and check it out if you would like. Again, it's just a private community of entrepreneurs, and we just do a lot of really cool things to kind of help each other really get the results that we're wanting to get in life. So this day specifically, we're on day 19 of the One Funnel Away Challenge. So like I mentioned, I've been going live for a while now, and that's because there's a challenge going on called the One Funnel Away Challenge. It's a challenge a friend of mine, Russell, is putting on with ClickFunnels. And what I'm doing is if I go into Alphapreneur here and I just clicked on the OFA challenge, in here, and you can see there's a lot of other things going on in Alphapreneur. We're not going to cover all that other stuff right now because this live stream specifically is about the One Funnel Away Challenge. But you can come in here and see that I've got all of the previous videos for you. So if you want to go back and get caught up, days 1 all the way leading up to today, which is day 19, are all in here. So what happens is that Russell goes live at 11 Central Time and then kind of goes over the mission for the day, and I take my notes, and then I go live at 1 and kind of share my notes and fill in gaps that I feel like should be filled in that he didn't cover. So then we can all kind of collectively go on about our mission for the day as a community inside of Alphapreneur. So just to show you here, we're going to click on day 19, which is going to be your Dream 100. And again, if you want to watch the recording of this, feel free to watch it inside of Alphapreneur. You'll notice that I have the comments disabled on this video on YouTube. The reason for that is because I reserve the comments only for members of Alphapreneur. So Alphapreneur, since it is a private community, anyone that would like to have anything evaluated or just get some feedback about something that is specific to today, then when you go in Alphapreneur, you can see the video here. You can see my notes, and then this is where you could actually just write your comment. So that's why the comments are disabled on YouTube, because we keep all the comments inside of Alphapreneur, because it's just kind of like our safe little corner of the internet where we can all help each other. We know it's a private environment, so people are more open to sharing things, being that it is a private community. So just going over to today's notes, just to show you, if you aren't really familiar with what a Dream 100 is, a Dream 100 is, there's a guy by the name of Chet Holmes, who's not with us anymore, unfortunately, that came up with this idea. And the Dream 100 is basically putting a list of 100, it could be 100 people, 100 audiences, 100 podcasts, 100 YouTube channels, whatever you want to call it, basically where your perfect customer is already hanging out, or is already like 100 people that they might already be following. Because then what you can do is you can work your way into those traffic sources, whether you want to pay to be in front of those traffic sources, which is going to be really easy to do, or you can kind of earn your way in by being interviewed by that person or being featured on a YouTube channel or in a Facebook group where your existing audience is already hanging out. So what's really cool about this, well, let's just go through my notes, because I feel like my notes will really kind of help you out. So first, you really need to understand like your dream customer. So really knowing like, this funnel that you're creating, who is your perfect dream customer. And the more you know about them, the better off you're going to be, because once you kind of know who your dream customer is going to be, you want to ask yourself some questions like, where are your dream customers congregating? Like where is the existing stream of water where they are? So I'm love to fish. I'm a fisherman, and I love to trout fish. And when I go trout fishing, you go to freshwater streams, and it's you stand in the stream, and the fish are already in the stream. So the fish are literally just swimming around at your feet, and you got to kind of trick them and catch them by throwing in the right bait and all that kind of stuff. So you need to find those existing streams of water where your customers are already all kind of hanging out together. And then think about like, where do they go hang out online? What Facebook groups are they a part of? What podcasts are they listening to? What YouTube channels are they already watching? What Instagram profiles are they already following? Because again, when you put your list of all of the answers to these questions, when you actually get into driving traffic and getting customers for your product or service that you are using this funnel that you're creating this one funnel away challenge for, it's just going to make life much easier for you. So then he actually, Russell, when I say he was going in and talking about a hook and story and offer, which is, I found it really interesting that he combined this hook story offer in with talking about your Dream 100, because I feel like the hook story offer should actually be a completely different day in a session altogether, because it's I don't know. But I went ahead and just took notes on it. We're not going to cover it much today because I actually have a lot of really cool things to share with you, because this is like in my wheelhouse. Like I love to find where my existing, or my current potential customers, where they're already hanging out. I've been doing this kind of stuff for a long time, and I've got some cool techniques to share with you. So I just want to really get into that. But before I do, I just want to go over my notes about Russell talked about the hook story offer. And he said your hook should be what grabs their attention, and I just put in parentheses like your bait, because that's kind of that's the way I look at it, is like fishing, like that's your bait. Like what's the bait you're using to really get their attention, and then your story should be what gets people emotionally connected to your journey, and then your offer should be to help them get the same result that you had. So that is really just touching really quick on the hook story offer, which again, I don't know why you really got into that, because it's not has anything to do much with your Dream 100, but it is what it is. So let me take a look here in the live chat and just make sure that we're all here and we're all good to go. Alistair says hi out. By the way, if you're here and you're live and you're in the live chat and you're a member, if you can just say member in the live chat, because then I like to know like who's members and who's not. And if you're new, maybe this is the first time you're ever seeing this, just go ahead and type in new in the live chat so I know like if you're new. John says he's a member. David says fun topic. Great to leverage targeted audiences. Yes. And what's really good about this, David and everybody else, is that once you have your Dream 100, I like to put a Dream 100 list together of places where I know I can go and do some marketing and pay to be in front of those places, which you're gonna see in a second whenever I get into showing you live examples, because again, this is a really fun topic. Sven says we love the safe little corner of the internet. I agree. Gary said you just told a story. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm not much of a storyteller. I probably should tell more stories, like whenever I do teaching. Maybe I need to work on that, but I like to just get into just teaching you like the strategies and what you need to do. Stories are great, but I feel like just teaching strategy, like I don't know. I like skipping story and just getting into here's what you need to do. But that's just me. Everybody's kind of has their own method of teaching. All the members are flooding in. So thank you so much for being a member and then letting me know that you're a member in the live chat. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you, Magnus. Anisha says she's new. Thank you for being here, Anisha. Hopefully you're going to enjoy this. June says member for life, member for about 1 year. David says thank you. Pammy is a member. Stone Vet is a member, which is Daryl. So great. So let's go ahead and thank you all for taking the time to be here. And I just want to get into having some fun. So you all now know kind of what the Dream 100 is. The way I like to do is just start a spreadsheet and have like 100 rows on the spreadsheet and just start putting in like links to different places where your dream customers are hanging out. So if we go back and look at this graphic here, imagine where it says Dream 100, imagine this is your spreadsheet. And then like column 1 would be Facebook, column 2 could be Instagram, column 3 could be podcasts, column 4 and 5 could be like, YouTube and all that kind of stuff. And let's just go ahead and start. And Russell said he likes to start by going to Amazon. I don't do that. I like to, because my dream customer isn't congregating on Amazon. They go on Amazon to like buy a book from an author. So yeah, you could maybe find authors on Amazon, but that kind of goes against congregating. Like you need to think about like, where are they hanging out? People just don't hang out on Amazon. So what I like to do is I start by finding Facebook pages and Facebook groups. So the very first two columns that I would put on my spreadsheet would be the first column would be Facebook groups. Second column would be Facebook pages. Now this can take a while to figure out to put 100 items on there, but I'll tell you right now, the more items you have on your spreadsheet for your Dream 100, if you can have at least 100, try to do more if you can. But it's going to take a while in some areas and in some instances to come up with 100, to find 100. So you have to be a little creative about it and then just spend some time doing this. So for instance, let's use like gardening as an example. So if you were doing a product and maybe you're building a funnel about gardening, like tips for, I don't know, I don't know anything about gardening. So it's probably the worst example, but sometimes going in and showing you examples in an industry I know nothing about is kind of fun, because then it's kind of testing my skills to see if this works or not. I don't like to use like examples of things that I'm already in and I'm already doing, because I think that's a little unfair. Because I don't want to talk about something where I have like 2 decades of experience in. I like to talk about things I have no experience in at all. And then we can just kind of figure this out together, because if you're doing this for the first time too, you kind of want to see, how to jump over, certain obstacles and all that. So imagine you're doing something that's a gardening product, then you can actually go to Facebook, and then obviously you need a Facebook account. So you go to Facebook and then you click on the little search icon here on the top left, and then you just type in gardening, and then it's going to show you search results. Now, what's really cool here, and this is actually pretty recent with Facebook, you can actually filter and click on groups and only see groups with the keyword that you typed in. So this works for any industry. So think about like a top level industry that you're in. Like what's the top level name of the industry you're in? So if you're in fishing, don't just type in, don't be super specific and be like, fly fishing or trout fisherman or whatever. Or if you're in gaming, don't type in like a specific name of a game. You want to type in like the industry itself. So it would be gardening, it would be fishing, it would be fitness, it would be yoga, it would be women's weight loss. It could be maybe intermittent fasting, things like that. And then what's really cool here is that you have now, just Facebook gave you on a silver platter all of the groups using that keywords. And what's really cool here is you can see how many members are in these groups. So I like to go for, groups with at least 10,000 members, like to make it on my Dream 100 spreadsheet, groups that have at least 10,000 members. And then also you want to make sure there's at least like 10 to 20 posts a day, because some groups might have thousands of members, but they got abandoned. People, the group was maybe created a long time ago, but no one's using it anymore. So what's really great about this, and like I said, Facebook is the best research for this, because it's going to show you, how many thousands of members are in these groups. Then it's going to even say 200 posts a day, 480 posts a day, 180 posts a day, 14,000 posts a day. This one, 20 posts a day. So I probably skip over that one, because there's a lot of other ones that have way more. So the groups that have way more posts, that's where your dream customers are congregating. The ones with the more posts, there's more activity. That's where they're hanging out. So what you can do here is, first, again, Facebook makes it brain dead simple. You could just come in and just start joining all the groups by hitting join group, join group, join group, join group. And then something else you can do is, once you join the group, like let's say we'll just pick this gardening hints and tips, for example. If I hit join group, it's now just sent the invite for me to join the group. But now I can click on view group. I'll open a new tab so we don't get lost here. And now it's taking me directly to this page. Now what you can do here, and this is what I recommend, is once you're on this page, it says your membership is pending too. So it looks like for this one, I need to answer some questions, which pretty simple. You just click on answer questions and just say, yeah, I agree. I'm not going to do any spamming and all that kind of stuff. And it's really the only question. So you just hit I agree to group rules and then submit. But what you can do is, while you're waiting for your submission to get approved, you can just in the top in the URL bar, just copy this URL and then go and start building your spreadsheet. So let's go ahead and just do this. I didn't plan on doing this, but I have a lot of fun doing this. So I'm just going to go ahead. We're just going to do it. Let's do Google Sheets. And then, because I really just want to show you the best way to go about doing this. So we're just going to create a new Google Sheet here, and we'll do this gardening dream 100. And then I would do like Facebook groups. And for this, I actually might make it a couple. I might make it a couple columns here. So here's why. So I'll do members, daily posts. And then I always like to freeze the first column just because then when I scroll down, that first column stays there so I don't get lost. So, and then what I'll do here is we'll just do this first one that we found. So gardening hints and tips had 374,000 members. So I'm going to copy the URL and go back and just type in like gardening hints and tips. And how many thousands of members was it? 374,000. So I'll do 374,000. And then daily posts. Again, Facebook is going to tell you all this. Notice when I click on the group itself, it's not going to show me how many daily posts are on here. You're only going to see that whenever you're actually looking at the Facebook search results. So 1,700 posts a day. That's just crazy. All right. So then I might even get fancy and then format to make these like numbers, just so I have like the little comma in there. And then what I'll do is I'll highlight the title of the Facebook group. So gardening hints and tips. I'm going to right click and then do insert link. And then I'm just going to paste in the link from the Facebook group. So that is, and then maybe I'll make these first three columns, since I know they're Facebook, I will color these like a light blue. So I know they're Facebook. And then maybe the next one could be, Facebook pages. And then we could do the same thing there. We could do followers, and that would be like number of followers. And then we can just kind of do the same thing here. So, and then if you're like me, I like to actually look at the scroll bar on the spreadsheet, so you can kind of see how big the scroll bar is when you're scrolling down. I don't know. This is me just nerding out, but I'll come down and since I know I want to get to 100, I'm going to take row 101 and just scroll all the way to the bottom to 1,000, because Google Sheets gives you 1,000 rows. Highlight them all. I'm going to hit delete. So now when I'm scrolling, I can see the size of that scroll bar. Yeah, I know if I'm getting close to the bottom or not. But anyway, that's just like a aesthetic thing that I like to do. I know it's kind of nerdy. But anyway, that's Facebook groups. And then you could just keep going with this. So you could it's going to take you some time to come up with 100 Facebook groups that, meet a criteria you want to meet. In my case, I wanted to, have at least 10 to 20 posts a day, at least 10,000 members. If you're in a really, really small industry and you're not able to find enough Facebook groups that have 10,000 members in it, then you might want to throttle down a little bit. It's going to be different for different industries. But if you're in a big industry, it should be okay. And personally, I like going in big industries. If you're having trouble finding Facebook groups with a lot of people in them, you want to rethink your whole business, because that means you're probably just in a really small industry. And if you're going to build a business, you're going to sell something, why not go into an industry that's massive, where all the people are congregating? Is just going to make your life way easier, right? So that is looking at Facebook groups. By the way, how is this information? Like on a 1 to 10 scale, like me kind of nerding out on this a little bit. Like, are you enjoying it? If you are, just let me know in the chat. Glenn says, nerd away, Chris. Thank you very much, Glenn. But yeah, just let me know, like real quick, a quick rating on a 1 to 10 scale, like 1 being like, this isn't good information for you at all. 10 being like, this is pretty cool. Just keep on going. Because again, if you're watching the recording of this and you're on YouTube and you weren't here live, when I do these live streams, I always like to ask for a rating why I'm live, because then that tells me if I'm doing a good job or not. Because if I'm not doing a good job, I'm going to adjust what I'm doing to make this the best experience possible for all of you. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Gary Fraser said 10. Thank you. Sven says 10 plus. Pammy 10. June says really helpful. Liz says Captain Nerd. That'd make for a good t-shirt, wouldn't it? 10 plus. Cool. So this is Facebook groups in the Dream 100. So now moving on, let's go ahead and do gardening, but then let's do let's do Facebook pages. So now we'll click on pages. And same thing, it's going to show you, it's not going to show you like how many posts per day because we're looking at pages now. We're not looking at groups. So here you're just going to see all the different Facebook pages about gardening and how many likes there are. Now, as far as the minimum, like how many likes should be someone that's on a Dream 100, totally up to you. I mean, it's different in every industry. So you just go with your best judgment there, but you want to have at least 100 on your Google Sheet. So for instance, there's one like Fine Gardening, 1.3 million likes. So if you want, you could just make it really easy and like these pages on your Facebook. Or what we'll do is we'll open up like Fine Gardening on a new tab. So this is just Fine Gardening. So I'm just going to copy the URL. What was this? 1.7 million, or this is 1.3 million people. So then, I'm sorry, what was it called? Fine Gardening. So we'll do Fine. Oh, we're not on groups. We're on pages. So Fine Gardening. And then let's go ahead and hyperlink the page. Oh, I clicked on it. Sorry, too much clicking. And then we're going to come back and then just how many people. I'm just going to highlight how many people there are. And come back. And you can do followers or you can do, likes, whatever. So anyway, that's kind of how you would build your Dream 100 spreadsheet. And you just don't want to overcomplicate this. Like there's so much more I could show you, but I don't want to show you too much because I don't want you to be overwhelmed with what you need to do. Like if you, for this step with the Dream 100, if you literally just focused on getting 100 Facebook groups and 100 Facebook pages, that's more than enough of what you're going to need. You don't have to worry about podcasts. You don't have to worry about going to Amazon and finding authors of books, even though Russell talked about that today. I've been doing this stuff for a very long time, and knowing where this is headed and knowing where the One Funnel Away Challenge is headed and knowing where you can get customers very easily, just Facebook groups and Facebook pages is more than what you need to, seriously, you could build $1 million business just off of having a really simple funnel and going in and out of Facebook groups and being active in Facebook groups and then finding the Facebook pages and running ads to people that like those Facebook pages. Just those two things alone, you're going to be set. However, I know there's going to be some of you that like to nerd out and want to see all this other kind of stuff you could do. And what I just showed you now is like the fundamentals. That is really all you need to do to just get going, and don't stress out and try to, find 100 Facebook groups, 100 Pinterest pages, 100 this, 100 that, 100 this, and then you end up having like 5,000 things on a spreadsheet. Just find 100 Facebook groups, 100 Facebook pages. That's all you need. And now, if you want to nerd out a little bit and you're just like, okay, Chris, I know that's the fundamentals, but I want more. I'm going to show you. Or maybe if you are, let's say, in an industry and you're having trouble trying to find certain pages or certain groups for whatever reason, you're not listening to my advice and you're in an obscure niche and you're really struggling and you're just trying to keep your head above water, let me go ahead and show you what you can do in that situation. There is a place you can go called Facebook Audience Insights. So what you could do here is go to Google and type in Facebook Audience Insights. And then you can just find the first thing that shows up past all the ads. So don't click on any of the ads. Just find the Facebook listing that says Audience Insights. And then this is what Facebook Audience Insights is. So what you can do here is you could just simply, same thing. So this is basically, for those of you who don't know what Facebook Audience Insights is, it is a tool that Facebook gives us to be able to find if someone likes, let's say, a specific page like gardening tips. What other pages do they like? What are the demographics of the people? How old are they? Are they men or women? Where do they live? Like, that's what Facebook Audience Insights is. So what you can do here is for interest, you could just type in, let's say, gardening, and then, or just going to click on, there's a lot of things that'll pop up. We're just going to click on interests, gardening tips. And now you're going to see here, this is very interesting stuff. Now, this is where we're going to geek out a little bit. And for those of you that are just like, this is too much information, you could take what you already know right now and just leave right now. Like, leave, go build your Dream 100 for your Facebook groups, your Facebook pages, and be done. But if you want to just take a deeper dive with me here, what's really cool about this is you don't have to add this to your Dream 100 list, but this is just for you to keep in mind. When you're putting together your sales page and you're trying to find pictures of, people, let's say people to put on graphics or images or in your ads, or, people's faces that you want on your Facebook page or in your Facebook group. Look at this. For gardening tips, 79% of the people that like gardening tips on Facebook are women, and 46% of the women are over 65. So if you're creating anything that is, if your product is about gardening tips and you're trying to find, identify your perfect avatar, or even when you're writing copy, like when you get into writing copy for your Facebook page, or you're going into Facebook groups, or you're building your sales funnel, know that 65 plus female is going to be your ideal demographic. So keep that in mind. And if you can appeal to that person, you're going to do really well, because you're talking directly, you're on the same level with them. So they feel like they're being understood. So anyway, that's me kind of going off on a little tangent there, but I know some of you like it when I go off on tangents. So that's a little tangent. So anyway, what you can do here is come in and you can look at other, just get really granular and look at other things like, what are their job titles and all that kind of stuff. But what I like about Facebook Audience Insights is you can come here and click on page likes, and you can see for people that like gardening tips, they also like, and then you can see like they like this thing called Garden Lovers Club. They like different, they have like plant care today. They like vegetable gardening. They like traditional medicinals. Say that 5 times fast. They like the Old Farmer's Almanac, this dusty old thing. So you can start clicking on here and going to all these pages and checking them out and adding them to your Dream 100, because this is what your target demographic likes. So that is going super kind of granular, but I like to do that every once in a while because I know some of you appreciate it. Liz has awesome insights for Facebook Insights. Glad you love that. Sven says, do you take a long-term perspective reaching out to the Dream 100 in Facebook groups and Facebook pages in order to not spamming the group or page? Yes. So we're not too actually getting into doing stuff in the groups and doing things on the pages yet. Right now, just focus on building your list. Don't worry about marketing to the groups or pages yet. You're jumping ahead, which is okay. It's okay to think ahead. Just don't jump ahead and start wondering how you're going to be doing your marketing, because you're missing the whole point of the One Funnel Away Challenge. You want to stay on point with what you're doing. So instead of thinking about how you're going to be marketing to all these people, you need to just get your spreadsheet built. Okay. So one more tool and tip that I want to share with all of you. Gary says, great stuff. Awesome. June likes it. Awesome. Thank you. So one more tool I want to share with all of you, and then we can do some Q&A if any of you have Q&A going into the weekend, is, drum roll, SparkToro. I don't think very many of you people have probably ever heard of this. This is a really, really fancy, high-tech, creepy tool that you can use to instantly discover what your audience reads, watches, listens to, and follows. Now, this is something that is not going to be talked about in courses. This is not going to be something Russell's going to be talking about on stage, because this is kind of more for the hardcore competitive intelligence people out there, which I'm one of because I nerd out on this kind of stuff. So I just want to share it with you. This is not something you need to go sign up for or anything. I just want to make it aware that it exists, and you can bookmark it and always come back to it later. Liz has never heard of most of your tools. That's the benefit of following me. And by the way, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel and you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm not charging for these videos. That's my cost of that's the currency that I ask for, is hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, because that tells YouTube what the videos that I'm doing is actually helpful to people, and it's also gonna you're gonna get notified whenever I come out with new stuff, because I'm gonna tell you right now. And by the way, and give me some likes on the video if you haven't done that already. I saw a couple people just gave me a like, so I appreciate that. But once this One Funnel Away Challenge is over, I'm going to go hog wild and do all kinds of live streams showing you how to use like my whole little treasure chest of tools like this. Because tools like this are tools that give you a total unfair advantage, where you can jump into really any industry and just completely dominate competition the competition that is already like, king of the hill, you can come in and knock them off the hill and they didn't even know you were coming because you're using tools like this. So I'm not going to get into like the mechanics of how this tool works. I just want you to be aware of it because, as I've always said before, for those of you that take time to actually show up to my YouTube live streams, and even if you're watching the recording of this, I like to give you little gifts and nuggets here and there as my thank you. And this is one of them that very, very few people know about. So anyway, you can come here and watch the video on how it works, what people are saying about it. It is, there's very few tools that I've come across that makes me stop and say, oh my God. And this is one of them. So inside, just to kind of show you, like, because I have an account with SparkToro, you can see, and they're not paying me to talk about this. I wish I knew the guy that owns it, Rand Fishkin, but I'm not on his level. I'm not in his little circle. So I don't know him. Maybe he comes across this one day and then we'll get to know each other. But for now, it's just a common tool that I like to use. But anyway, you can basically come in and type in or choose like my audience. So think about your Dream 100. Or not your Dream 100. Think about your perfect customer. So where it says my audience, think about dream customer, your dream customer. So my dream customer frequently talks about, and then you can put in, I don't know, gardening. And then you hit search. And then it'll take a little while, but it's basically searching all over the internet and then finding all kinds of things going on. Everyone, it looks like you like all the tools. Cool. So you can see here that you can basically, it found, just for me putting in gardening, SparkToro's database found 2,267,250 people that talk about gardening. And then you can see the audience size. You can see if it's a big audience size. You can see phrases in their bios. Like, what are other phrases that they're actually putting in their bios on social media? What kind of hashtags are they using whenever they're posting on social media? So you can be in front of them with the right hashtags. Because here, let's go ahead and just have fun for a second and fast forward a couple weeks and imagine if you've got your funnel built and maybe you got a little bit of money, let's say $5 a day. You just want to kind of throw at advertising to see if you can get in front of the right people to get them to buy your stuff. You can actually run ads and target people that are using certain hashtags on certain platforms. And the fact that you can see the exact hashtags that people that talk about gardening are using is just unbelievable. So anyway, that's a little tidbit there. And then you can also see, like, here's what the audience reads, watches, listens to, and follows. So you can actually see social accounts. You can see, it doesn't even just show you social accounts. It'll even show you hidden gems. So things that you might not have ever thought of to ever find, it'll tell you, oh, here's a hidden gem you might want to consider. Here's websites that they most heavily share, they link to, they engage with, and then here's hidden gems that you wouldn't even have thought of. You can see podcasts, your dream customer, the most heavily listened to and engaged podcasts. So there's a podcast, Let's Argue About Plants. There's a podcast, the Kitchen Garden Magazine podcast. See, Russell, when he did this One Funnel Away challenge today, and then he's like, hey, you should just open up iTunes. You could find some podcasts. And that, it's like, that's all he said. And it's like, this kind of stuff I'm showing you is like level 100 on what you can actually do on the internet that hardly anyone knows about. So instead of just opening up iTunes and saying, put in gardening and find some gardening podcasts, you don't know which podcast people listen to. You don't know which ones are popular and which ones aren't, or any of that. But with SparkToro, you can put in gardening and then see 34.3% of those 2.2 million people, they actually engage with this podcast. Same with YouTube channels. Same with press accounts. So, I mean, it's ridiculous. So anyway, that's kind of a really, top level overview of SparkToro. And you can actually, I think you can even play around with this for free. If you want to try it out for free, you could hit on plans, and then you can see, with free, you can get 10 searches a month without even like paying any money. So if you know you're going to be doing a Dream 100 list for gardening, or for fishing, or for fitness, or for weight loss, you could just sign up and then put in like up to 10 keywords a month, and then just see all the stuff that I just showed you for free. Now, I don't know, because this plan that I'm logged into right now, I don't know if this is a free plan or not. Like if I click on, let's say, social accounts, and I say see all social results, yeah, you got to upgrade your account to see all of them. But I mean, you can see that like the top 1% of all of those categories that I talked about. Like this is the free account that I'm logged into right now because I didn't want to use any paid credits or anything. I didn't want to mess up. So yeah. So anyway, I'm just showing what you're seeing right now is what you can like see for free, which is just crazy that you can do that. So Glenn says, I'm digging the gold you're giving us. I'm glad you all appreciate it. Steve says the gift and nuggets are always the best round. We're just getting started. Not for today. Today we're finishing up. But if you all liked this kind of stuff, like I said, once we're done with this One Funnel Away challenge, I'm going to just continue, just start going nuts and going live on YouTube all the time and doing super deep dives on how I use very certain tools like SparkToro. You can do all this stuff and not even have to pay for it. So I'm going to break down, like I have hundreds of tools like this that I use, not every day, but just, you know, over the course of depending on what I want to do with my business. If I need to identify a Dream 100 list, or if I want to use artificial intelligence to write sales copy for me. Like, I mean, there's crazy stuff out there that that a lot of people have no clue is out there. And I said this is just the beginning of the kind of stuff you can do. You want to see just kind of for fun. This is by the way, we're kind of done talking with we're done talking about the Dream 100 right now. Would all of you want to just kind of like a little bonus tool, like a tool that has completely blown my mind that I'm playing around with right now that a friend of mine built? You want to see a tool that is completely kind of out of right field, not even on the same planet that we're doing right now, but it's something that is just impressing me that I'll show all of you just kind of for fun, completely off topic of today, but you know, that's kind of what these are about sometimes. Let me go ahead and take a look at the chat. Really informative as usual. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you all like all these tools because I'm a nerd when it comes to this kind of stuff. And this is like my wheelhouse is not only discovering tools like this, but learn how to use them and really give you an unfair advantage, and then being able to, you know, go out there and use them. Sue says the $150 plan that gives you email and social contact data. What is it giving you? It's giving you all their exactly what it tells you it's giving you. SparkToro, they're always changing a little bit on the data that they're giving because of legalities and stuff, like what they can and can't do. So I would actually, instead of me answering that specifically, go watch some of their videos that show you like what you can get and everything, and play around with it. Okay, so you all want to see the you all want to see a tool that's totally off topic of the Dream 100, but it's a tool that is just mind blowing right now. All right, you ready? It is a copywriting tool that uses artificial intelligence, and it's called Conversion AI. You can go to conversion.ai to check it out. Wish I had an affiliate link. They don't even have an affiliate program yet because it's so new. But check this out. So what you can do is, if you're like me and you don't know, you're looking at like a blank screen when you're trying to come up with like a new idea for a blog post, or you're trying to come up with a new Facebook ad headline, or you're trying to write a Facebook ad and you don't really know what to write about. I want to use one of you that's here live. I want to kind of pluck one of your businesses out of the blue and then put it in here to kind of show you what it does. So the first person that's in the live chat, if you can tell me the name of your product and a 1-sentence description of what it is, the name of your product and a 1-sentence description of what it is, I will use you as an example on this. So let me, I'm going to wait for that to come in. The name of your product, not the industry you're in, the name of your product and a 1-sentence description of what it is. So if you can do that, and then we're going to have some fun. We're gonna have some fun with you. And if no one has one, then I can just use mine, but I think it's boring to use my examples all the time. I like to use all of yours that are here live. Okay, we have a name of a product. Liz, I have the name of a product. Accelerate your author adventure, but I don't know what a 1 sentence description it is. Sven, Liz says, accelerate your author adventure. Sven says, solopreneur high ticket secrets. Okay, I'm getting a lot of names, but I don't have a 1 sentence description of like what your product is. Here, let me show you why I need that. So we're going to, I need to put in your company or product name, and I need a 1 sentence description of what it is. All right. So someone the first one that came in, this is exactly what I needed, the name and a product description. We're going to go with Sue. And then maybe we might use somebody else's. I'm using credits to do this, so it's costing me money to run these examples, but we're just going to have fun with it. So I'm going to pick Sue because she was the first one, gave me exactly what I needed. So we're going to do My Diet Journal. And this is going to blow your minds, by the way. This is going to blow all of your minds. Weight loss member, we'll say weight loss membership website to help women lose weight and have a healthy lifestyle. I know that wasn't word for word about what you had, Sue, but watch this. You ready? So what this is going to do, it's going to pump out 5 examples of using this AIDA framework, which is attention, interest, desire, and action. And this is something that you can use in advertising. This is something you could use in like a Facebook ad. This is something you could use on the top of your sales page, like why they're at your sales page, like what is your business. So watch this. So that all we're putting in is My Diet Journal is the company name, weight loss membership website to help women lose weight and have a healthy lifestyle. You all ready for this? This is insane. Okay, we're going to generate content. Sorry, I hit a button that says generate content. So now we're waiting for the content to generate. And check this out. So this is artificial intelligence that just made all this up. Have you tried everything to lose weight, but nothing seems to work? My Diet Journal is a membership website that helps women lose weight and have a healthy lifestyle. It's not about dieting. It's about creating better habits for life. Our members learn how to eat right, exercise properly, and live an active lifestyle so they can reach goals of becoming healthier and happier. We are the only program that provides accountability from coaches who know what they are doing because they have been there themselves. You will never feel alone on this journey again, as we provide 24/7 support through our online community where you can connect with other like-minded women who want to make positive changes in their lives too. Click here now for your free trial. Is that insane? Check this. Here's another one. Are you tired of failing to lose weight? We are here to help women who want to lose weight and have a healthy lifestyle. Our memberships offer the tools, support, and accountability needed for long-term success. With our meal plans, recipes, exercise videos, and community support, we help you reach your goals in no time. No more fad diets or expensive personal trainers. You can do this on your own with My Diet Journal. Click this ad right now to start losing weight today. Ready for another one? It made 5 of these. Are you tired of losing weight and failing? My Diet Journal is a community of women who are all on the same journey. We help each other stay accountable, motivated, and focused on your goals. Our members have lost over 100 pounds in just 1 year. You'll get access to a private online journal that helps you track your calories, exercise, water intake, moods, and more. It also has an online support group where you can share tips with others who are going through the same struggles as you. Click here for your free trial today. Here's another one. Are you tired of trying to lose weight and failing? My Diet Journal is a community of women who are losing weight together. We have the tools, support, and accountability that you need to succeed. That's insane. I use that all the time. Need to succeed. You'll be able to track your progress with our easy-to-use diet journal system. It'll keep you on track so you can reach your goals faster than before. Click the link for more information of how we can help you achieve your weight loss goals in 2018. 2021. So anyway. It's insane. Just to look at the Sue, just screenshot. Like she says, can you send that to me? Just screenshot or go back and watch this video and pause and play, and you can you can just swipe it if you want. Spence says, I'm blown away. This is great. Magnus says, what is the website of this tool? It's just conversion, the word conversion.ai. So not .com, conversion.ai. Everyone's mind's blown. So it's this, that's insane. So that's just the AIDA framework. Now you could also do a problem, agitate, solution. So we'll do my diet journal. You can see I was playing around with it for Alphapreneur. Oh, what was Sue's thing again? My diet journal is weight loss member. Actually, let's do somebody else's. We're gonna use a different framework. Someone said How to Be an International Pet Sitter, a book just about that. International pets. How to accelerate your author adventure in 90 days. I'm going through and looking at the. Yeah, if anyone, someone else, throw out a product name and then a 1 cent subscription of a description, because you now saw what I need. So I need a product name and a 1 cent description. Sven says, how much does the conversion tool cost? It works like here. Let's take a look here. Actually, I think it'll show my credit card data. You buy credits to use it, and the plan I'm on is like $20 a month or whatever, and I get like 20,000 credits, I think. So it's a credit thing. All right. By the way, international pet sitter that's in the live chat, what's your name? Let me know. We're gonna do company and product name. How to be an international pet sitter. And then the product description is a guide to traveling. This is going to be good. A guide to traveling the world full-time by taking care of pets and houses around the world. Okay, this is Barbara. So Barbara is here in the live chat and gave me this that you see on the screen. So she said, How to Be an International Pet Sitter is her product name. Her product description is a guide to traveling the world. Now, what we're doing here is a problem, agitate, solution framework. So before we did the attention, interest, desire, the ADA framework. Now we're doing the problem, agitate, solution. So here, let's just generate 3 outputs. And okay, you ready for this? Let's see what it comes up with. This is what I geek out on. Like this is when I find stuff like this, I go nuts. And I like to just share it with like other entrepreneurs because I feel like this stuff will change your life. Okay, so here we go, Barbara. Problem. Too many people are stuck in jobs that they hate and the fear of not being able to pay bills. Agitate. You can make a very comfortable living by taking care of pets and houses around the world as an international pet sitter. Solution. This book will teach you how to quit your job, become an international pet sitter, and travel the world full-time while making a great income. Here's another one. The idea of living abroad and traveling is a pipe dream for many people. A lot of people would like to travel the world full-time, but it's just not possible with their current job or financial situation. Solution. How to Be an International Pet Sitter will teach you how to live anywhere in the world by taking care of pets while owners are away on vacation. If you don't have much experience taking care of animals, don't worry. This book also contains sections on what jobs are best suited for animal lovers who have no prior experience working with pets. Yes, there are actually some. This book teaches those looking for a new career path or anyone who wants an adventure how they can do exactly that. It's never too late to go after your dreams. Last one. It might sound crazy, but a lot of people are interested in doing this. A survey from 2013 showed that 1.6 million Americans would like to travel abroad for an extended period of work remotely. The problem is not knowing how or where to start. The problem is also finding someone trustworthy you can trust with your beloved pets when you're away. This book will show you exactly how one person does it and what he learned along the way, so anyone who wants to do this can get started on their pet sitting business as soon as possible without wasting time or money. Check out our blog. And I even made up a URL, petsitterworldwide.com/blog, for more information on starting a pet sitting business while traveling abroad. That is insane. Okay, Kat has one. So let's do another. Let's find another template to use. So that's okay. So we did the ADA framework. We did problem, agitate, solution. Let's do I don't know. Let's do a Facebook ad. Okay. I was playing with this with my kids. I have 2 little girls and we're having fun with this. So, okay. So Kat's is Pilates 55 plus. Oh, I can't spell Pilates, can I? Okay, I'm assuming, Kat, that's just going to be the name of your product, Pilates 55 Plus. Product description: get better balance, range of motion, and trim your body to a better life. And then for tone, we're just going to say friendly. So this is just going to make a Facebook ad. We'll do 2 outputs. All right. Let's see if Kat's still here. Hang on. I see the chat kind of went crazy. All right. So Kat, you ready? If you're there, Kat, let me know. I want to make sure you're here before I hit generate AI content. Are you there, Kat? If you are, just say yes in the chat. Oh, she is here. All right. So Kat said, Pilates 55 Plus, get better balance, range of motion, and trim your body to a better life. Let's come up with a Facebook ad. Okay, we're going to generate some content. And here we go. So this would be the Facebook ad title and the Facebook ad description. Do you want to look and feel better? You're not alone. Millions of people are searching for ways to improve their quality of life. Pilates 55 Plus is a proven way to get stronger, more flexible, and have more energy than ever before. It's also the best way to stay active, even as you age. Learn how with this free training. Another one. Are you ready to improve your balance and feel better? 55 Plus is the most effective way to get stronger, more flexible, and improve your overall wellness. Our certified instructors will help you achieve a healthier body in just 1 hour per week. We offer classes at over 600 locations nationwide. Click here for a list of nearby studios. Just insane. So anyway, that is that's conversion.ai. Here, I'll just go to the website. That's it. So it's called conversion.ai. Not affiliated with it at all. It's a buddy of mine. His name's Dave. He's the one that actually built this. And he asked me to kind of play around with it. So I started playing around with it. And I was like, this is like the craziest thing I've seen in a long time. So and I'm even giving him a lot of ideas on templates that he can add to conversion.ai to make it even more powerful than it already is. So I'm working with him a little bit on it just to give him some feedback because I plan on using it for a lot of things moving forward. Oh. Ashta says, hey, Chris, interested to join the private group Alphapreneur, but every time I try, it doesn't let me in. I tried to contact you through Insta and Facebook, but didn't hear back. Yeah, I'm hardly ever on social media because all my time is spent in Alphapreneur. If you can, Ashta, send an email to support@alphapreneur.com and we'll get you in. So just go ahead and go to support@alphapreneur.com. And then we can help you out. And by the way, for those of you that are watching this and you just kind of stumble across this on YouTube, like what I'm showing you right now, this is like what we do all the time inside of Alphapreneur. Like my whole thing is as an entrepreneur, I like to discover like new tools, new software, new things that I can geek out and have fun with. It's going to help me grow my business and help me get more results in my life. So better results and like all that kind of stuff. So I thought, what better thing to do than to create a community and find all this cool stuff and then talk about it and share it in a private setting that's not like on Facebook or not in the public eye. And that's why I built Alphapreneur. It's just kind of like my own little corner of the internet where I can just kind of nerd out on this stuff. And then for anyone that wants to be a fly on the wall and then kind of see all this stuff I'm discovering and see how you can apply it to your business. I'm doing these YouTube videos here and there and doing these live streams like I'm doing right now. But the thing is with Alphapreneur is like inside, there's all of these sections you can go to where we talk about this stuff all the time. And you can see there's even a feedback section and there's like people that are getting feedback from things that they're doing. We talk about marketing. I'm actually going to be restructuring the menu here on the left-hand side because there's some even new, like cooler ideas that I'm coming up with of things that we're going to be adding. Another thing I'm going to be doing that we're going to be kind of breaking down once this 30-day challenge is over is I'm going to be doing a lot of YouTube live streams where I'm going to be swiping stuff. So what that means is I'm going to find people out there that are making like tens of millions of dollars selling things on the internet. And I'm going to go buy the things that they're selling live. And I'm going to talk my way through what I'm buying and then talk about like things that I'm noticing they're doing with copy, with colors, with design. with angles, with how they're doing order bumps, how they're doing upsells. And I'm going to do all that in videos. And then also I'm going to make, I'm going to like try to recreate the funnels of the products that I'm buying, and I'm going to recreate them in ClickFunnels and then give like a one-click template link for people to be able to like recreate the same kind of thing if they want. And I'm going to be doing all that in Alphapreneur too. That's kind of like a hint of what's coming up. And there's a lot also I'm going to be doing with trends that's going to be coming up as well. So if you like this kind of stuff, this is what I do all day inside of Alphapreneur. So if you enjoyed it, you definitely need to jump in there and have a lot of fun. So that is Sven says, it's so incredibly rewarding to be a part of Alphapreneur and Chris's live streams. Thank you very much, Sven. Steve says, you're a Jedi hack master. We're having too much fun. I still have a lot of work I need to get done today. Hopefully you all have a lot of work you need to be getting done too. Because I just look at the time, I'm like, oh my God, my day is almost over. So I need to stop goofing off and I need to actually get to work. So what I'm working on today is I'm actually finishing up the upsell, the first upsell in my sales funnel for this new brand ambassador blueprint that I'm selling. So I'm selling a blueprint for $7 and I'm going to test it out. I'm going to go from like 7 up to 20 and see, what price point's going to be work the best. But I'm going to be selling a blueprint, just teaching people how to be a brand ambassador for brands that they love. And the first upsell is going to be, okay, you just bought this blueprint, then would you like the masterclass? So the blueprint's going to show people like what the opportunity is all about and kind of like open their mind to the possibilities of what you could do. And then the masterclass is going to be me showing you how to do it step by step. And then the second, and that's what I'm working on today, is like finishing that sales page. Then the second upsell that I'm going to do is a more of a done for you thing where I'm going to have templates and all that kind of stuff for brand ambassadors. So that's the stuff that I'm actually working on outside of, I wouldn't say outside of Alphapreneur. I'm working on it because this is what I'm building a funnel, like in full transparency, showing people what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and how I'm doing it, is we're going through this one funnel away challenge. So that's the whole purpose of why I'm even here today. So anyway, that's what we got. Hopefully you all enjoy this. And let's see, Liz says, sorry for the backtrack, but what price point is your first offer? Does it have to be under $10 or is $25 too much? I would just say 7. Like I'm starting with 7. You're thinking about something that's $5 for 5 days. Totally, that could work too. I mean, there is no like set price. Like you have to do this certain price. I'm just doing 7 and you can try whatever you want. That's what's great about this kind of stuff. Everyone says, International Pet Service says, thank you for the gift of conversion AI. It's like winning the lottery. Here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to screenshot this. And I'm going to just send this to Dave when we're done here. Hang on a second. Okay, that was me screenshotting while I'm live. So I can just send that to him so he can see that. He'll be proud that I'm talking about conversion.ai. Steve says, do you only believe in doing CF for your funnels? No, I don't. The only reason that I use ClickFunnels for my funnels is because I was using ClickFunnels since it was in beta. So it's one of those things, like I've gotten so used to the platform. I've tried other platforms that are supposedly supposed to be better and faster and all that, which there might be better platforms out there, but I've just been using ClickFunnels for so long, Steve, that I just feel comfortable with it. So yeah, that's the only reason I use ClickFunnels. Thank you so much for using your credits to give me amazing coffee. You're welcome, Sue. I thought it'd be fun. That's the only way I could show it off, is to actually use my credits for all of you. But yeah, anyway, that's all I got for today. So like I said, if you are watching this and you're not yet subscribed, be sure just to, that's really all I ask in return, is subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on notifications if you haven't done so already, so that way you don't miss out on these live streams in the future. And then you'll notice the comments are disabled, and that is because we save all the comments and ongoing communication for these topics inside of Alphapreneur. So that's kind of what makes Alphapreneur so special, because we take the stuff that I'm doing on the live streams and we actually go deeper inside of Alphapreneur, share examples and tricks and tricks and tips till it's Friday. All that just in a private environment. So that is That's all I got. Kat says, will this funnel be for us to use in Alphapreneur? Not sure what funnel you're talking about. Russell gave you a template through the One Funnel Away challenge that you can actually use the template. That's the template I'm using. So just use that template. I'm just tweaking it to kind of match my brand ambassador in Alphapreneur kind of branding. So that funnel is already in the One Funnel Away thing. So you can just kind of go through that. But no, when my funnel's done, I'm not going to give my funnel away to people because that's actually a live funnel for a live product that I'm building. And then also here, for those of you that made it to the end, let me take a sip of water. I want to get some feedback from you. Sorry, it looks like when I was moving that around, my camera got a little blurry. That's a big water bottle. So right now, so Alphapreneur, for those who've been around for a long time, have been following me, like when I first started Alphapreneur, you've probably noticed Alphapreneurs went through a lot of different phases, right? And that's just because I'm living and learning. It did not get off to a great start like I thought. So I always had to kind of change it and tweak it and all that. So at the core, it's always going to be a community as it is. But the direction I'm headed, if this first funnel works, so I'm building like a brand ambassador course right now. That is, I haven't even started doing the training and all that, but it's a brand ambassador, blueprint, masterclass, VIP club, like all this stuff. And it's just isolated in its own funnel. And then once that funnel is live, and if it works, that's going to be one of like a whole bunch of different products that I want to create under the Alphapreneur brand. And I'm now looking at Alphapreneur as kind of more of like this umbrella brand where at the core, it's the community that's always going to be there forever. Cause that's like my little, slice of heaven on the internet where I can do all the stuff that I'm doing and then share it in a private community and have a lot of fun with it. But then all of these like products and courses that I'm creating and building funnels out for, they're all going to be like under the umbrella brand, if that makes sense. So like this brand ambassador blueprint, that's like an Alphapreneur product. And then if I do another course about something, that's going to be another Alphapreneur product, and it's all going to be under the Alphapreneur brand. I guess I don't need any feedback. I'm just being, as we're going through this One Funnel Away challenge, I thought it'd be fun just to be transparent with you. And because I was getting some questions from people like, is this brand ambassador thing going to be available in Alphapreneur? And I'm still trying to figure out how to wrap my mind around all that and how it's all going to work. So we're going to figure out as we go. Once this funnel's done and live, I'm going to figure out how I can lace it all together because it kind of has its own members area that is built within ClickFunnels. It's not in Alphapreneur, if that makes sense. So I got to figure it out as I go. If any of you have any good ideas on how to lace it all together, let me know because I would like to know. Steve says, I would love to test and try things. You tell us what works or doesn't. Yeah, that's what I do. I let you all know what's going on. Sven has been around since the start and he's still here and he will always be a member. Thank you very much, Sven. Yeah, I appreciate it because what I do is just, to some people, it's kind of unnerving because they're like, oh my God, Chris is like all over the place. Thing is, I used to have a lot of businesses. I had a supplement company. I had a game company. I had an energy drink. I had, a publishing company I had a membership in the health space. I had a course that was teaching people how to build membership sites. I had all that stuff going at the same time at one point. And my mind was all over the place. And then I always keep going back to this one book whenever I feel like my life is getting just a little crazy. And this one book keeps kind of bringing me back and bringing me back and bringing me back. And then finally, it really brought me back to the point where I like put everything else on hold and only what I do now is just all Alphapreneur all the time. And I've never been happier in my life. So I don't plan on ever, creating any other businesses at any other time why I'm doing Alphapreneur. I say that because, you never know what's going to happen in the future. Like if someone came along tomorrow and said, hey, I'll give you $100 million for Alphapreneur, I'd probably take it because it's $100 million. But that's why I'm saying like, I'm not going to go start a supplement company or anything anytime soon for all of you like Sven that have been around since day one. And if you're ever wondering like, God, is this ever going to, is Chris ever going to move on to something else? Cause that would suck. I I'm not. I'm all in on Alphapreneur all the time. And when I build all these new, like this brand ambassador thing, it's, even though it's a new product and it's like, but it's not like a new brand. It's still under the Alphapreneur umbrella. I guess that's where I was going when I was talking about it. Just to be transparent with everyone. So Sue says, I think people are looking for a done-for-you product inside of Alphapreneur. Either they don't want to do the work or create the funnel. I mean, Alphapreneur is a community. It's not like some magical thing where like all this, everything you ever need to ever succeed is all going to just magically be there in Alphapreneur. It's a community. It's a private network for entrepreneurs. That's what Alphapreneur is. This whole thing I'm doing right now at the One Funnel Away Challenge, all this is just like I'm going through a challenge, but I'm doing it on a transparency to where I'm just showing you all like what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, having fun on YouTube along the way, trying to work my, muscle memory to where I get better at being on camera and just getting over my fear of being on camera. So there's a lot going on as to why I'm doing these live streams. But at the end of the day, like when you need help with anything or you want to get feedback on your funnel or copy ideas or suggestions or anything like that, that's what Alphapreneur is for. It's a community is what it's for. It would be like saying, hey, Mark Zuckerberg, like I use Facebook. Can you also build a website for me? like it's not so hopefully I'm doing a bad job kind of, if someone's thinking they're getting done for you stuff in Alphapreneur and they're not, I'm doing a bad job making people think that they're getting a done for you thing, because that's not what it is. So Gary said it. Have a great weekend. Another 10-day. Yeah. So, God, what were we on? Day 19 today on the One Funnel Away Challenge. Sorry, we went all over the place. We got excited and started off with the Dream 100, but we jumped onto a lot of other things. But since it's Friday, I just had a lot of fun stuff I wanted to share with all of you. So hope you enjoyed it. If you're still here, then hopefully you had fun. But that's all I had for all of you today. So hopefully I was clear when I was trying to describe a little more about Alphapreneur. Sue says that's good clarification. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Frank says, I'm definitely interested in promoting Alphapreneur as a one-time offer and its umbrella funnels and upsells. I'll share with you some of my ideas. Cool, Frank. Send me a message in Alphapreneur. Just DM me. And I would love to talk ideas, because I'm always open to ideas, especially on just how to grow Alphapreneur as a brand and all that. So anyway, that's all I got. It's Friday, so enjoy your weekend, and I will see you all back here on Monday at 1 p.m. Central. See ya.